Welcome to the VarsityKansas.com Big Show. I'm Joanna Chadwick of the Wichita Eagle and VarsityKansas.com, and we're taping here at the Wichita Eagle studio. And my guest today is Heights golf coach Joe Auer. Coach, thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you, Joanna.
Yeah, I said golf coach. I know. We know him as the boys basketball coach at Heights, you know, the 5 state championship winning basketball coach. Highly successful, but he's coaching golf. How did you end up getting into this golf season?
I'm not sure. Our golf coach got out of the profession right before the school year started, so Coach Wheeler needed somebody, and I said I would do it. Both of our boys play college golf now, but I've been going to high school golf tournaments since 2007, so I know my way around a high school golf tournament as a parent, so I said I'll do it at least for this year, and I'm having a great time, and it's been a lot of fun. And you know, in some regards, coaching is coaching. It's still about relationships and mentoring kids, and so I'm having a great time.
Well, and talk about the team, too. I mean, you have had an individual win both of the tournaments that you've been in.
Yeah, Luke Gannon won yesterday, shot 1 under par at Sim Park. Zach Pitcher, another senior, won the Bishop Carroll Invitational at Auburn Hills last week. So we're off to a good start. We've got a kid, Dylan Jensen, a sophomore, that shot 82 yesterday. Caleb Plumley, another junior, that shot 83 yesterday. So we think we've got a good core of 4 to 6 golfers. A freshman, Logan Whitchurch, that's off to a pretty good start. So we think we're going to have a chance maybe to make it to the state tournament. But the key to our team right now is Zach Pitcher and Luke Gannon, 2 very good high school golfers. Both will play in college next year.
Well, and you know, last year you had one who finished second in Class 5A. I mean, so there's certainly some history there. It's tough, though, in the City League where you have Bishop Carroll and Capon, but you guys did very well in your first City League meet, though, didn't you?
Yeah, you know, for the last 7 or 8 years I've been on the Capon Mount Carmel side of things, where we just it's not a matter of are they going to win, but by how much are they going to win. You know, David and Nick were part of 4 state championship teams, so we do have some history. Caleb Haight was a very good golfer in the program last year. You know, for us, we only have 2 kids that play golf all year, Luke and Zach. The rest will pick up their clubs probably the day before practice starts, and they'll probably put them away the day we're done. So we have a lot of multi-sport athletes. Dylan Jensen plays soccer. He's on a state championship swimming team, and now he's just an athlete out there playing golf. So it's fun to watch kids like that, you know, they just want to do something. Why not play golf? And they're learning a lot every day, and it's a lot of fun to watch athletes try and figure out a new sport.
Well, and it's interesting, too. I mean, for me, when you look at golf, coaching golf, it's such an individualized sport. But I mean, the mental side of it, is that really where you come into play?
It's all mental, you know. Raising 2 sons, I'm not sure why Kay and I decided to encourage our kids to play golf, because they're head cases. I mean, they're the most sensitive athletes I've ever seen in my life. So, you know, you can't yell at them. You can't. I actually tried to coach one of the kids as a basketball coach the first week and never do it again. Matter of fact, Luke Gannon stood in the background and kind of shook his head at me like, "Coach, what are you doing? You don't coach golfers like that." And I should have known better with Nick and David, but it is a lot of just positive reinforcement. Keep them in the moment. Golfers have a tendency to really beat themselves up. You've got to put negative things behind you and worry about the next shot, the next target. So really, it's just a matter of trying to keep them positive and encourage them and keep a smile on their face. So
do you tell jokes?
Yes.
Really?
A few of the kids will laugh at them. But yeah, you have to, whatever it takes to keep a guy positive, you try to figure out what makes each guy tick, and just keep them in the moment and keep it lighthearted. And because there's absolutely no room for negative brain activity during a golf tournament. You've got to stay focused and positive.
All right. Well, Coach is also pulling double duty. I have to admit I was surprised. I go to the first doubleheader this year, Heights versus Carroll, and there he is in his baseball uniform. Coach, so what made you decide to become an assistant for Coach Topping?
Well, you know, Coach Topping played for me. He was on a City League championship team for us back in 1994. Actually, he was on 3 City League championship teams for us in 92, 93, and 94. The state tournament team in 94. And then Jeff was my assistant for a long time. And then Nathan Bankston, his pitching coach, played for me also. So, you know, those guys are like family to me. And Jeff asked if I would be his game day bench coach. I guess that's how old I am now. I'm kind of
You're Don Zimmer?
I'm Don Zimmer. I'm the guy that sits on the bucket, chews sunflower seeds, maybe has an occasional story. keep the scorebook, keep it lighthearted, which a lot of people would find very ironic that my job is to keep it lighthearted in a baseball dugout. But that is my job, and I'm having fun with Jeff. He's a great coach, and anything I can do to help, I'm glad to do it. Our boys are both in college now, so Kay probably doesn't want me hanging around the house that much anyway, so this is a way to keep me busy and keep my brain occupied.
Well, and have you enjoyed it? I mean, baseball, if you didn't know, his teams played into state championship games. He coached Aaron Dreiford and Mike Pelfrey. You might have heard of them before. Were the kids surprised that you knew baseball?
You know, it's funny how quickly people forget. It amazes me that people think, well, you just coach basketball, when actually I did both of them for 15 years. I was a baseball coach before I was a basketball coach. So, yeah, I think a lot of people were surprised, and Jeff found himself having to explain why is Coach Auer in the dugout. Coach Wheeler was kind enough to give me a lot of ribbing from behind in the stands, but it's a lot of fun, and it's good to get back into the game. I stepped away from it when David was a freshman in high school and started playing high school golf. I wanted to be able to watch the boys do that. So I'm appreciative that Jeff has invited me to at least come back in the dugout and at least have the opportunity to choose some more sunflower seeds.
Which, I mean, that's the reason why I love covering baseball and softball, just so you know.
Absolutely.
Yes, he is a 300-plus game winner in high school baseball, so now you know. Talk to a little bit, you've had kind of a recent situation with Perry Ellis just recently announcing that he's going to stay at KU and not declare for the draft, and you were kind of a part of that process. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, you know, the family did a great job of reaching out to a lot of different people. You know, one of the blessings of my job is I get to stay in touch with a lot of great kids, whether they're professional athletes or lawyers or doctors or whatever they're doing. I've been really blessed in that regard. But, you know, with Perry, my perspective was just take your time, gather as much information as you can. I put him in touch with Mike Pelfrey. They had a good exchange discussing the positives and negatives of going professional early and how going professional can change your life. And, you know, what are your goals? What do you want to get accomplished? You know, Perry is a tremendous student, always has been, and he really wanted to finish his degree. And he has a chance to leave KU as a top 10 scorer and top 10 rebounder. And you know, in this day and age of when are you going pro, when are you leaving, I think it's very refreshing to see a young man that wants to finish what he started and is there as a student athlete. And he's just one of the best role models in the country for young student athletes to follow. Always has been, always will be. Couldn't be more proud of Perry and the decision he made yesterday.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much for being here, taking your time out, and good luck to you both in the golf season and the baseball season.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.